Do not listen to the naysayers. Do not let fear dictate your actions. The time for planning is over, the time for action is now. It is a card of immense potential. You are standing on the threshold of a magnificent adventure, however, a warning is embedded in this encouragement. The Fool's energy is chaotic. It is ungrounded. While the leap is necessary, you must be aware that you are leaping. Do not be reckless out of malice, but be brave out of necessity for your soul's growth. But what happens when the light is blocked? What if the Fool appears reversed? In the reversed position, the Fool's energy is distorted. The free spirit becomes the reckless fool. The leap of faith becomes a careless stumble. Reversed, this card warns of naivety, poor judgment, and a lack of direction. You may be taking risks that are not calculated, but rather stupid. You might be ignoring very real dangers because you refuse to acknowledge reality. This is not spiritual bypassing, this is negligence. Can indicate that you are being impulsive to the point of self-destruction. You might be running away from your responsibilities under the guise of following your dreams, when in reality, you are just afraid of commitment. The reversed fool can also represent a fear of taking risks. Paradoxically, while the upright card is about jumping, the reversed card can sometimes mean you are too afraid to jump, or conversely, you are jumping off a cliff for the wrong reasons, out of rebellion, anger, or a desire to shock others, rather than a genuine call from your soul. This can signify a partner who is unreliable, non-committal, or emotionally immature. It can warn of a situation where boundaries are being crossed recklessly. If you see this card reversed, stop. Take a breath. Look at the cliff. Is this a spiritual calling, or are you just being careless? Are you ignoring the barking dog because you are enlightened, or because you are arrogant? The universe is asking you to ground yourself before you move. Gather your resources. Make a plan. Do not let your desire for freedom destroy your stability. Finally, let's address the yes or no question. This is a common query, but the Fool is a tricky card. The Fool is card number 0. It is the void. It is chaos. It does not operate in the binary of yes and no. However, if forced to answer, the spirit of the Fool is inherently affirmative regarding action and new beginnings. It is a yes to the question, should I take the risk? Should I start this new project? Should I trust the universe? But it is a conditional yes. It is a yes, but it is a yes if you are willing to accept the consequences of the unknown. It is a yes if you are doing this for the right reasons. It is a yes, but be careful if your question is about safety, stability, or guaranteed outcomes. The Fool is a hard no, it cannot promise you safety. If the question is about creativity, travel, romance, or spiritual growth, yes. Absolutely. Go. If the question is about finance, legal matters, or safety, no. Or at least, not in the way you think. Proceed with extreme caution. The Fool refuses to give you a simple answer because life does not work in simple answers. It demands that you take responsibility for your own journey. In conclusion, the Fool is the most dangerous and the most beautiful card in the deck. It is the catalyst for all change. Without the Fool, there is no story. Without the leap, there is no flight. Whether you encounter this card upright or reversed, it is a call to examine your relationship with fear, risk, and the unknown. Are you holding yourself back? Or are you running blindly into danger? The choice, as always, is yours. The cliff is waiting. The sun is shining. The dog is barking. Will you jump? This has been Tarot Mastery. Continue your journey wisely.